Is he being manipulated? His eyes did a little flutter effect as though something else is going on. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Giant Robo, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Sorry, I couldn't remember the tagline for a second.
The last episode, I believe. This is episode 7.
Well, actually, it's ironic, because last episode I'm sorry, I'm misremembering things. Last episode I thought was the last episode, and it turns out I was wrong. And then I was thinking to myself, oh wait, didn't last episode end with the end? No, it was the end because it was the last part of the episode. It was Crime and Punishment was the name of the episode. For half a second I was thinking in my head, wasn't the last episode called The End? So I'm going through a similar experience, and argument, I should add, in my watch of Nausea. Nausea is supposed to be 21 episodes long. Episode 18 is the last episode. And then people are complaining because there was a thing put out that said, oh, we're adding it, not adding, the last 3 episodes are going to be epilogue episodes. And then people are complaining, well, no, everyone fucking knew it was supposed to be 21 episodes. I'm like, 18 plus 3 equals 21. Anyway, yeah, just a little mental mix up there. Anyways, once again, thank you to Henry for sponsoring these. This has certainly been a peek back at, 7 years of animation?
Yeah. Which itself was retro, going back to the 1960s with the original 1970s, I think, Giant Robo. So,
well, sure, but at the same time, much better animation and I guess audio quality too, compared to what was out at the time. And I don't mean in the 60s or 70s. I mean when this came out. So yeah, there is the board changelog to go with the board, where I added Sunny the Magician, Hanzul, Kome, Jujai Zangetsu, which before they said his name at the very end, I was calling him Professor Teacher. I got the Zombie Brooklynite, Red Mask, Doki, Fitzcarrald, and the Old Man. I connected Genya and Komi with a green line. I connected Sunny, Hanzul, Juji, Zangetsu, Zombie Brooklynite, and Old Man to Komi and Genya with a red line. I forgot to note it here, but obviously would have connected Sunny to, his name starts with an A. Also, I guess technically Hanzul as well, because she calls him uncle, but I don't know if she means that colloquially or actually relatively.
Alberto's
Alberto, there we
daughter.
go. That's what I was trying to say. His name starts with an A. And of course, I marked Jojuji as dead. He very much looks dead, and he doesn't come back.
Yeah. No, he got swallowed up and fried, apparently.
Oh, and also, obviously, I added Big Fire.
Yes, which I have a note about, because I don't know if it's its own thing, or well,
it is its own thing. It's his name, apparently.
Yeah, but I have a doubt about that, considering how everything shaped up so far. So, without further ado, I think we get to notes. And this time, I'm the one with the notes, so I will just roll on in. Episode 6, Crime and Punishment. As the the anti-Shusuma dry effect reaches Alaska, they mention fire-based powers powered by the Shusuma dry failed. Is that what powers every superpower?
No.
I don't know.
No, I think they're just saying that the fire-based people are getting burnt out. Essentially, they've gone from they've had technological adaptation towards the cold to now having to use their own fire powers, and they're getting burnt out by having to use their fire powers constantly. We know it doesn't affect their powers specifically because, what's his name? The guy who runs the International Heroes.
Yeah.
Remember, he's the one who has his own generator.
Chief,
and then the other guy as well, who ripped the thing out of his chest to plug everything in. Their powers were not shut down and were used as supplementary power systems for when that happened. And Alberto does his shit in the shadow of the thing shutting down all the powers. So they can't be. I mean, I'm not saying there's not somebody out there who might have a Shizuma drive in his chest. I'm just saying no one that we've seen.
So Alberto is not dead, according to his daughter, Sunny the Magician.
I don't know. I understand the element that we got one last message from him, it kind of seemed like it was being implied to us that might be when he died.
But we don't see it, so
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm saying it didn't seem to me to be implied by them. I'm saying that
yeah.
they are correct either. It kind of felt like what they were trying to tell us was he used the last of his strength to send this message.
The Magnificent Ten do have a point. They are destroying the very source of their power, and if that is the case, why would Big Fire would want that? I mean, they have their own plans, but I'm still not seeing why they would want to do that. I know why Genya wants to do it. He wants to do it for revenge, but
I mean, I went over this before when we were talking about. Oh God, I'm forgetting everyone's names. I do have the board open. This is
Professor
just
Go was
embarrassing.
talking about it.
Say what?
When Professor Go was talking about it.
No. I'm talking about the Magnificent Ten themselves. Ivan. When Alberto and Ivan were talking about it, because they were talking about the element that it seemed like Big Fire's plan previously was to take over all of the regular power sources from before the Suzuma drives. Like they were talking about taking the oil fields and whatnot. And then they were like, just destroy the oil fields. And they're like, what are you talking? Sorry, that would have been Alberto and Genya, not Alberto and Ivan. For some reason, I'm remembering the scene with Ivan and Alberto after the battle in starts with an S, China.
It's so let's see. Ooh, big
Shanghai?
city in China. It's
Was
in
it
the coast.
Shanghai?
Shanghai, yeah.
Yeah, the after battle there where Ivan was talking to Alberto. But no, this must have been a Genya Alberto conversation. But anyway, yeah, where he's talking about just destroy the oil fields. And Alberto's like, that's not what our plan was. So, assumedly, there was a previous plan, and now there's the current plan, or they're just giving Genya full control to do what he's going to do.
Whatever. Yeah. Which, again, doesn't seem to make sense considering that they're for world domination, but I have a note about that. Again, follow up to that last note. If the anti-Shizuma effect will destroy all the oxygen in the atmosphere, why would Big Fire want to kill everyone on Earth if ostensibly the organization goal is world domination?
I mean, if you're the last people left on Earth, you've dominated the Earth.
Yeah, but you have nothing to rule other than a dead planet. And like, oh yeah, everyone is dead.
Do they want to rule the Earth?
That seems to be what they were originally. Alberto and the others saying, "Oh yeah, even the introduction was like, oh, this organization was built for world domination." That's the intro. Always says that.
I mean, again, it's just definition of terms, though. Like, what does really domination of the Earth mean?
You want to dominate existing structure. I mean, nothing. If you kill everybody,
clearly it's not about dominating existing structures. We're destroying existing structures right now.
I mean, you don't have anybody to even rebuild them. I mean, no matter how powerful the Magnificent tends them to be, I don't think they can rebuild entire civilization and repopulate the Earth. So
I don't know, man. Legitimately, the element is that when they show us Earth without oxygen, it looks just without the craters like Space Battleship Yamato's Earth, and they rebuilt that fucking thing in 1 year. And this is based off of material that comes from the same era. So,
I mean, still, it seems like not a good idea when there's easiest way to control the
we'll
Earth.
put that on the tagline lessons. Lesson says that taking away all the oxygen of the Earth, not a good idea.
Yeah. Just my FYI.
Yeah, I'll also make sure not to drop that thing into the water that freezes all the Earth's oceans while we're covering all the sci-fi disasters that are man-made.
Now, this is about the Magnificent 10. This is a scene where they're running. We run so fast, we don't even have to change pose and can talk normally while doing so.
I mean, that's just classic. You get that in Naruto.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, no, because we're doing this. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You sure about? And smoking a pipe too.
Well, I mean, we don't know if he's smoking a pipe. He could just be. This guy looks pretentious. I called him Professor Teacher for a reason. Back before I found out his name was Zangetsu.
You see smoke coming out of it. So apparently,
I mean, just because it's burning on one end doesn't mean he's actually puffing on the other.
This is the thing that we were talking about, I think, before we started the show. So the kid is Big Fire. Is Big Fire? Or is he simply employed by Komei? In other words,
you think that they don't? Do you think that they've never seen Big Fire before? No, because they know his stuff.
Yeah,
like they know his like little what's it, Jaguar? I don't remember right now.
Yeah,
they know his Jaguar, and that Jaguar goes back to him and Neptune.
Beast. And the two Guardian. I don't know if they're robots or beasts. They kind of look more like giant beasts than robots.
They have to be both. Not well. The element is they shut down all the other ones, so they have to be ones that aren't powered. So yeah, I mean, if he's got all the accoutrement, then I guess it's him. Unless
Yeah,
this
but
is like because we saw his face. He wasn't like just in shadow. They're not just faking
no,
him. Like here's a
no.
cardboard cutout. Make sure the light doesn't hit here.
Or well, I mean, it could also be that the whole aspect of he's a real person, but the real power behind the throne still is Kome, right?
Well, Comey was never the power behind the throne. He was just the. Sorry, did they say
Strategist,
tactician or strategist?
strategist, yeah, big
Yeah,
fire
well, that's not
strategist
the power behind the throne. He's not. He's not Oberstein.
that we know of.
Well, if
Well, it
he
seems to
is, he's
be.
not doing a good job.
I mean, he's the one who is defending the plan against the others. Like, no, we do what our boss says, right? Could be a situation
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
I
like
didn't do it.
when they're going after Genya, and they're
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck are you doing? What's going on here?" And then he's like, "Well, let me answer all the questions for him." Like that's not. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. It just doesn't seem likely to me that Big Fire isn't real or isn't really him or
yeah.
whatever because it's not developed. I don't know that that's a last episode development.
No, probably not. Uh, a good question that the immortal presents to Daisaku. What is Daisaku willing to sacrifice? Because the whole conversation was, you know, do you do what your parents tell you to do 100%? If your father told you to conquer the world with Big Robo, would you have done it? It's like, oh, no, I mean, that's bad. Well, yeah,
You
but you're
say
doing,
that, but we would have already been on the way to him conquering the world, I feel like, if that was the case.
yeah. But no,
Also,
that's the question. It's like,
were that the case, I don't think this would be a problem. He'd still be in Big Fire's side.
no, but I mean that what he's saying is that you are doing what you're doing because your father told you to use Big Robo to help people. Are you simply doing it because your father told you, or because you believe in this thing for yourself? And if what you believe is worthy, what are you willing to sacrifice for it, right? Including Gendry.
It's a very weird thing because it's not like his father was making Big Robo in secret, right? His
Well,
father
he
was
was making it
making
for
Big
Big
Robo
Fire.
for Big Fire. Sorry, I keep saying Big Robo. Giant Robo.
Giant Robo.
His father was
Yeah.
making Giant Robo for Big Fire as a known thing. We know it's a known thing because when he turns his back on them, his son is there. Like he gets killed in front of his son, which means that they're in a Big Fire base. Presumably meaning he was raising his son in Big Fire. So where does Daisaku get his sense of justice from? Is he only doing it for revenge because they killed his dad? Is his dad a member of Big Fire? Teach him or raise him with sense of justice? Where does Daisaku get his sense of justice from would be my question. Because I'm asking, is this a nature or nurture thing?
Yeah.
Does he changed because of what happened to his dad and that's why he's following what his dad said? Or did his dad raise him just really out of place in the middle of a villain group to be like, follow a sense of justice and don't listen to, well, I guess it would not be a non-villain thing. Sorry. I guess it wouldn't be so opposed to the villain thing to don't listen to other people, you know?
Yeah.
Although you are in a villain hierarchy, so maybe it would be, I don't know. It's just a very weird position to think back to questioning, do you listen to your dad, Daisaku? I don't know, I was raised in Big Fire. We just don't cover that much. This little kid hero is essentially Gary Oak.
Hujo made the sacrifice that needed to be made. But if he could have punched the sphere, why didn't he do so earlier? Supposedly he has a power that is unstoppable. I mean, the implication is that he would die if he used this unstoppable power, right?
Well, I mean, it goes into the episode with, what are you willing to sacrifice for?
And then you have Professor Go like, oh, this sacrifice shouldn't be made. You know, he shouldn't do this, but he is apparently. So,
Got no way in.
and my last comment, my note. Will Gindre betray the experts of justice by handing over the last sample to her brother? That seemed what she was implying when she teleported away.
Well, she was in the middle of it when the episode ends.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was there a next time on this episode?
I stopped before there was a next
Yeah,
time
so did I. That's the problem. That's why I said my last thing was all about the end thing. I stopped on the end, and I kind of forgot to watch if there was next time on. Well, I guess it's benefit to both of us. We don't remember what the fuck it hinted at.
Yeah.
I just remember her last line is "and ... You know, I'm going to choose to believe in my father and ... which would be the and then do this or not do this.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, seems like the wrong message. Well, I mean, I'm not even talking about the whole conversation with Daisaku and our immortal guy, who is like, what do you listen to your dad or not? The message is that Professor Go and the rest of that team decided to believe in Vogler, right? They decided to believe in him regardless and perfect the Shizuma drive.
Yeah.
And that is the benefit of believing in that guy. And then everyone's like, well, what about his need for revenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like sorry, you said Genya. I meant Genri.
Genri, yeah.
Okay, just make sure we're talking about the same person. That Genri is going to be like, well, I'm going to choose to believe in my father too. Except that, wait, are we just doing the same mistake again? Forgetting about his need for revenge?
I mean, that's the kind of question. Is she going to do something different that she believes is what her father really wanted to do, or she's going to teleport right to her brother and give him
or maybe she's seeing something in her father that Genya, despite being with him at the very end, didn't. Because we did get a flashback to him describing Quiet Night.
Sacrifice of the future. Yeah,
no, the Quiet Night thing. But back when everything was good, before it all fell apart. And then you have the only reason we have any lean in on Eternal Night or whatever the fuck he calls it after it's Genya pretending to be him is from that maybe Vogler did say something about the night thing when he went crazy, and then Genya misinterpreted it as it's going to do this thing, when in fact he's still talking about the idealized future for his kids, and it's actually a good thing, and they just don't fucking know. It's not going to suck all the planet's oxygen away or blow it out or whatever the fuck they said. Whatever Mega Maid does in a particular setting you have her on.
I mean, there's only one way to find out is to watch the episode, because I'm out of
You always say that,
notes.
Lessons. There's many ways to find out. I could look it up on a wiki. I could open a YouTube video that's right at the end of the episode. There's 100 ways to find out. I could phone a friend. I could 50-50. I could ask Henry.
Yeah. But hopefully he's not going to spoil it for us. So,
well, all of that said, then let's go ahead and hop on in and see what our, I guess, penultimate episode of this.
Oh, this is the ultimate.
Yeah, but I thought I told you, we're getting sponsored for one episode of the side story stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
About
so this is the
Genri. Well, there's the jokey side story Genri stuff a bit that we're getting sponsored for one episode of, which apparently also, I guess it's like, well, no, it's like it's all that's required to understand the side stuff.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're in the penultimate. Well, I guess technically, if we're doing a ranking of our own for Evolution, maybe, I guess it could be the penultimate episode. But for now, I'm just gonna list it as the penultimate episode. So anyway, go ahead and catch what it's about.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh, I don't think I told you before. I went back and listened to
the grand finale. Yeah,
I re-listened to the commentary track from episode 5. It was the sound production team, which is the worst way to have a commentary track. Have people talking about the audio. If we're getting the opening again, perfect time to talk about it. Because you're going to be talking over the audio you're commenting about. But also it was about them traveling to different parts of the world to record stuff. They can still see and hear.
Yeah.
And move. Hey, it's the overlay. That's literally the overlay. I didn't know where this picture came from. I always somehow take pictures from the end of series and use them for overlays.
When they say Round Senpaku, I was like, that sounds familiar, and that I heard that term before, and
sounds like Bleach with Zanpakuto.
No, right, it's the Mightiest Disciple. What's her name?
Kenichi.
Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. That's the name of the school.
Don't worry,
Of the
I don't
dojo,
know everything
yeah.
about every other anime. You just know everything about Gundam for some reason. I think the guy from Sympho Gear must have taken his beat from this guy.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Well, that answers my question.
You could also call him One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were just listing everyone that killed themselves, and I was like, 2 of those people are dead?
Oh, Rocket 3.
Yeah, he just said that. It always seems like the very last moment is the worst time to tell a human bomb to stop. I guess it's not a very fast-moving explosion.
Yeah.
Sorry, how far away did you guys get?
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to saving you.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's been bisected. I think he's just in the rock. Plus, I get rid of one of you guys and I move up. Mirror Universe rules.
Oops.
Sucks to suck. Wasn't that a kick in the teeth, huh? This one guy could have solved the entire series with one hit.
Is that what they were hoping?
I guess. To what, just lure all of the heroes of the Earth into one place?
Well, kill the guy who
Yes, this place I clearly understand and have heard of before. Well, she's not planning to survive.
No.
Wait, we're still doing this? I thought we were going to deal with the city rising up from the depths.
Yeah.
Which, again, I know nothing about. I'll be honest, I thought Professor Go was dead.
Yeah.
So is this place fashioned after what Bashtar looked like at the end? Oh no, never mind. This is the final Shizuma reactor place. I keep forgetting that fact that Saint Ob is the final Shizuma reactor introduced to us in episode 1. Meanwhile, at the beginning of the TV show Inspector Gadget, Inspector Gadget. Sorry, it's the soundtrack. It sounds exactly the same to me.
Yeah.
Need more of that in Star Trek.
Yeah.
The captain hitting the little button pad and it explodes. You can't give me more people's names now.
Yeah. Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, more people I thought were dead. How many bullets does it take to kill that guy? More than you'd think.
Just give me a moment. Timestamp.
8:32.
That could be fine. Fine.
Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Who I've certainly heard of before. Somebody's powering this St. Ob or something. Which would be weird. Why would Giant Robo be powering a power plant?
すまない大作君確かにロボは上海で一度敗れた身もちろんその危険は承知しているつもりだだがたとえロボの動力が原子力であるという大きなリスクがあろうとも僕が聞きたいのはそんなことじゃありませんどうして銀霊さんを助けようとしないんですか銀霊さんがあのサンプルを3つ揃えようとしてるからですか
We also haven't explained what the fuck that shit growing on Giant Robo's shoulder is. 銀霊さんを見捨てて戦うなんてそんなこと
なんだ僕にはなんだ言ってみろ
Correction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already implied that she's dead, isn't it?
うるさい
She teleported such a massive thing.
口で言ってもわからん奴にはこうするしかないしかしあんたもあんただチタセはっきり言ってやればいいだろうどうせもうあれは手遅れだと
Yeah, as I just said.
そうだ
Yeah.
考えてもみろこれほど巨大なテレポートをやらかしたんだお前も聞いているだろうが後に待っているのは
Although, granted, he did not hear that. He's hearing that now.
もう諦めるしかない
ですがせっかく亡き父に招かれたようにここまで来たんですもう少し頑張ってほしいものですなそしてぜひ見事に兄弟
She's getting the Gurren Lagann ending.
その3本のサンプルを揃えた時こそこの作戦の本当の目的が達成されるのですこれ何もかも人の心も流し動かす作詞の技なり
And you called him a strategist.
それにどうやら運命さえもこちらの味方のよう
さあこれで分かったかもう後戻りはできないんだ
今は何を悔やんでも始まらん
そうたとえ真実がどうであろうとも我らのなすべきはあの大階級を木っ端みじんに破壊することのみ
だったら勝手にやってください。僕は嫌ですからね。
貴様まだ言うかやめろ相手は子供だぞ
Also, clearly you need him, so killing him would serve no purpose.
子供に大きなおもちゃを与えたわけではあるまいだがロボは大作にしか動かせんそれは分かっているだろうならばこそ力ずくでも正しい使い方を教えてやるまでだ
でも父さんはロボにこんなことは望んでいなかったはずです。それに言ってました。犠牲は本当に必要なのかって。
Also, you want to talk about children? What the fuck are you dressed up as?
まだわかりません。
You're a grown-ass man.
でもあの村雨さんのように命を捨てるような戦い方は絶対におかしいと思います。
そうかだがなその村雨が一番辛い思いをしたのをお前は知っているのかそうだ奴がどんな気持ちで銀霊を催眠装置にかけたのかお前は知るまい動くな
I mean, also, you have to suffer the most because he's immortal with basically no other power other than being immortal.
せっかくここまで来たんだからなに俺のことはいいんそうパリで大階級の弱点を知った時こうなることは分かっていたさ
Is that why he infiltrated it before, too?
だが俺はお前にテレポートだけは使わせたくなかったこうなったらお前を離さないそう思ったら同じところへテレポートアウトしていたんだでもやっぱりいつものようにファルメールお前はそっちで俺はこっちだったよ
ケンジさん
Yeah, I mean, legitimately, what's the worry?
またすぐ生き返る
That this is the one thing that will kill him?
随分と嫌われちまったがお前だけだったよ知れない男の辛さを分かってくれたんだありがとう
ケンジさん
So is this according to the plan of Big Fire?
I guess, sorta. I don't know why the shield exists.
いつかまた会おうそうだ俺が死ねるその日が来れば
It seemed to me that it was implied that he wants her to bring the device in.
Yeah.
So why is there a shield here that would have stopped her? Okay, maybe that would have killed him.
Yeah.
Although we don't know that every atom has been destroyed. This is clearly feels like on that level.
いいか誰もがすでに手は尽くしたそれがわからんのならお前の勝手にするがいい
So I guess even though Ginri like flashed in front of him and told him to stop,
Yeah.
the boss guy didn't stop. So that's the damage of his whole fist. Oh, this is the guy Atomic Samurai from One Punch Man is based off of.
Yeah.
I feel like.
その時は子供たりとて容赦はせんそこでお前の父親の遺言の答えをゆっくりと考えるがいい
Wait, isn't the spear coming up behind him?
Yeah.
To just stand there and get run over by the spear?
でもよロボなしでどうやって戦うってんだ
知るかあとは運に任せるおいおい堪忍してくれ王先生早くこれはあんたがいなければどうにもならんわですが僕は
Maybe it's gonna dock with the power plant.
そろそろご一緒にいかがですかなそんなところで盗み見なんてお人が悪い本世魔王半髄殿さすがは実結集のリーダーアキレス様の労が効かぬとは
何を言ういいか残月勇気川崎のじい様
I called most of his name right. I called him Old Man.
Oh, he is alive.
I called him Old Man. That dragon has boobs. We called him Old Man. His old man was Old Man something. I was 2/3 right.
もちろん実結集の皆さんのお力はよく承知しておりますだからこそここは黙って見ていてもらいたいのです
貴様に言われるまでもない
それは結構なことで。ではアキレス様。
I guess Yojiji is actually still alive. He doesn't look as dead as he did last
Yeah.
episode. Here in the final episode.
Yeah. I guess they're triplets, and they speak at the same time.
Also, I guess it sucks to be a level 5 technician because you have to stay.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't the anti-Shimatsu drive would just cancel all that out?
If it's still working. Remember, this is the Shizuma reactor that was supposed to power the rest of the world. It might just be too strong for it to stop. Yeah, I don't even know what they were doing with him. It looked like they were powering something, but
お前とはお互い同じような境遇。少しは骨のあるやつかと思っていたが、所詮がここまでか。だったらそこでゆっくり見ているがいい。父親の遺言を叶えるということがどれほど素晴らしいことか。そしてどれほど喜ばしいことか。それをお前の分まで成し遂げてやる。
where was the giant eye when Vogler died?
行くぞ、セントアーバーへ。
Because otherwise, why didn't Vogler just do it himself if he made all three things? Presumably the eye was somewhere else, I guess.
そしてお前たちにフランケンフォン・フォーグラー、我が父上の無念を思い知らせてやる。
でも僕は
逃げることも
戦うことも
もう何もできない。それこそが私の
I guess as long as we're all in agreement.
くらえ。さあ、この世の静まよ、消えてなくなれ。
Well, there you go. Answers your question.
Well, everybody who's there now is dead.
Maybe not. Could be representative. Shizuma drives aren't supposed to explode, remember?
これだ。これを見たかったんだ。汚れた出来事を忘れ去るために作られたこの血が。
Also, he's standing on top of the sphere in the middle of where that explosion was, and he was fine.
このバスタールを地上から消してしまうことなど誰が許されよう。お前たちは今度こそ光を失い、本当の夜にその身を包まれるがいい。父上、ご覧になっていますか、この美しい夜を。
Maybe it's like a Revolution play. But I mean, the TV show Revolution, which is just to knock out all power sources possible.
これが幸せのための
Send humanity back to the Dark Ages.
時代を超えるための不幸。でも
なんということだ。このままではどのような結果を得ても美瑛普段はおろか人類に残されるのは破滅しかないぞ。それが分かってやっているのか、孔明。
何をおっしゃいます。考えてもみてください。BF 団の目的は世界征服ですが、そのために取ってきた手段は常に破壊だったではありませんか。
だがこれでは何の意味もなかろうが。
Okay, I guess this guy's alive too. Nobody dies.
この孔明の犬め、足に勝てると思うか。
慌てなさんな。良いですか。すべて間違いなく我々の目的のためなのです。なぜならこの作戦の真の
It's like a stupid plan to me.
I mean, we still don't really understand it at all.
ご本人なのですから。
Again, all for Big Fire. He told that at the beginning of every episode.
そんな。なぜです。ビッグファイヤー様。なぜ。
Is he being manipulated?
さあ。
His eyes did a little flutter effect as though something else is going on. I mean, otherwise, it's exactly what I said at the beginning. Destroy everyone else, and if you're the last people on Earth, you've dominated it.
いや。おそらくは
これも孔明様の狙い通りに違いない。ならば、事態に急変あらばこの袋を見よとのこと。
But it didn't. Why are you looking?
なるほど。
これでおしまいとはたわいもない。だがこれでもう静馬は再起不能。バリアだぞ。
Okay. I was going to say, is this going to be the betrayal of, except that there's 2 Shizuma drives left?
Yeah.
You've got them.
奴はアンティフィールドの中でどこからあんなエネルギーを。まさか。
考えてみれば全ての答えは簡単でした。何もかも静馬博士があの時に教えてくれていたのです。
これが私の命をかけた償いだ。
そう、あのアンチフィールドが発生する瞬間、ノーマルな静馬ドライブは必ず反作用を起こし、一時的な暴走エネルギーを生み出すのです。
I said that.
そして
Remember when I said it, Shizuma drives deactivate, but the cars won't stop? That's exactly my point there.
本来ならばアーバーへ前期の反作用で立ち向かうべきところ、今はこのセンター路線を守るので精一杯。
なるほど、5学級。あなたも生き延びていたとはな。だがこれで妹のことも納得がいく。
You've seen him. You knew that he was still alive.
真実を知りながら何もしなかったあなたこそ全ての罪を負うべきだ。
To be fair, I did say that too. Professor Go knew. He could have told people. We're gonna supplement it with giant Robo nuclear power?
Maybe.
今こそ悔い改めるがいい。そのまやかしの平和のシンボルの中で。なんだ。どうした。
止まった。それに静馬の反作用も順調。まさかこれは
大回帰が押し返されている。そんなことが。
Oh, are they powering giant Robo with the Shizuma drive? Going the opposite direction. Well, because it doesn't make any sense before that Robo blew its arm off hitting this thing before. So something must have changed.
さんが何のために大階級の中へ入ったのかわかりません。でも仕方ないんです。このままじゃダメなんです。
大作君、
こんなのおかしいです。こんなの何かの間違いです。金麗さんのお父さんがこんなこと望むなんて僕は信じられません。
言うな、何も知らない小僧が。
And again, what the fuck's going on with the shoulder?
Yeah. I think that's where Alberto is at.
I mean, he doesn't have ice powers, so...
But if he needed to hide...
I mean, yeah, I'm with you. Maybe someone's hiding there, but, like... I don't... Alberto.
Only halfway, so whatever's gonna happen.
I was literally just about to check that. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know that we're close to a solution yet.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I hope the cables are long enough.
Yeah.
なんというパワー。よし、ロボへのエネルギー転送を優先から無線へ。
No, makes sense.
ジャイアントロボへの反作用エネルギー流通再開。転送ロスはコンマ 0.3%。
I don't know. I think there's a lot more power loss than that.
このくたばり損ないが。
Also, if this thing's cords hit the ground, the
Yeah.
power is also being transferred through the ground. They're also powering the sphere. It's a bit of a size difference in consistency there between shots.
ジャイアントロボ。
Tell me, aim for the eye. Aim for Genya.
まさかパリや上海を破壊した
Why wouldn't he?
つもりか。
こうなれば手段は選ばん。
Exactly.
最大出力で何もかも吹き飛ばしてやる。
Sorry, I was told not to walk across this line.
ロボ。ロボ。ロボが。
That seems pretty unstable to me, but sure.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that was the point. That they get unstable when in the field.
Yeah. Message it.
I mean, they should be all shut down by now. This one's been in the field
Yeah.
forever.
ロボが。ジャイアントロボが。ロボが僕を呼んでるんだ。
ならば出迎えて差し上げよう。
Yeah, with their little note that they had earlier.
貴様大作、孔明様の命に従い貴様を捕らえる。
I'm assuming that said something.
悪事を仕留める矢の数々は腕に習った勝利校。それはいらぬぞ椿山さん。鷹山泊の指南が2人、帰り行進、ここにあり。
Oh, that's the name that they used for what I thought they were calling Saint Ob before.
Yeah.
真実とは問いかけることにこそその意味もあれば価値もある。鷹山泊の一同に代わって礼を言おう。ならば貴様大作、ここは我らに任されよう。とは水遁脱命剣。
That's kind of silly pose, but yeah.
Again, I can't think that it might not be impossible that Big Fire's entire plan is we lure all the heroes out to sacrifice each other for a whole thing
Yeah.
here, and that we'll be the only ones left at the end. Because this is still basically all of the heroes with Big
They're all
Fire's
left, yeah.
Magnificent 10 still just sitting back.
遅れを取るな配置解放おお狙った獲物は逃さぬと二人の後には悪は残さず逃げればこの場で召し取るぞ今こそ戦い皆の衆おお勝利の鐘も高らかに後ろに構うな大作少年お主がなすのは全身あるのみ
The return of the guy whose power can be anything.
Yeah. I mean, Big Fire hasn't shown himself to be in the battlefield, so yeah.
That's what I was just
this
saying,
could be him.
Lessons.
Yeah.
Time for the ice to crack? No, this guy back from the dead.
Tetsugu-san.
言っただろこれからは俺が守ってやるってなよしいい顔だ行ってこいロボが待っているぜ
Well, that's some fucking character growth.
Oh, he is wounded.
Well, I was
You
gonna
see
say, very
blood,
clearly
yeah.
still bleeding.
Yeah.
Not just on the cheek, but on the chest.
みんなと一緒にみんなと一緒に戦うんだ
Okay, but they're definitely still dead. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
よし来い息子よ
Oh no, bad news, Daisuke. I don't think you survived the car crash. This all seems like fantasy now.
Yeah.
さあ一緒に立とう戦おう
I didn't know we were watching Avengers today. Endgame. Music feels a bit out of place for that scene, though.
なかなかいい苦し紛れだぞなら最後は力比べだ なんという発作用ださすがのロボのパワーの消費力でも追いつけないのか
I guess he did hold back.
Yeah.
銀霊君のテレポートアウトで少々遠くへ飛ばされてしまった上にこいつを探す
He had to run back wherever the hell he was.
召喚さいよいよここが正念場
そうだヒルナロボ一歩でもひるんだら二度とあいつに近寄れなくなるなんとか解けるまで持ってくれこれが最後のチャンスなんだ
Yeah, I figured we were gonna get some melt in here.
大作君消えてなくなれ笑うななんだ
これは衝撃波
まさかそのまさかよ
Well, there you go. Alberto. With his coolest look yet.
よく聞けケンヤ。十結集ともあろうこのわしが死んだふりなどという恥知らずな真似までしたのはこの機会を待っていたからだ。
どうする孔明。手負いのアルベルトは事の真相を知らんぞ。それともこれも計算のうちか。
It's not he's doing the right thing for a good reason. He just doesn't know the plan.
衝撃波ごときでこの大階級がうるさい。十結集をなめんな。バカ。エネルギーフィールドが吸い取られるなど。いいか小僧。わしは決してお前たちに加担するのでもなければ慣れ合うわけでもない。だがな、この作戦たとえどんな裏があろうともこれだけは分かっているぞ。そう、世界の運命はこんな若造などに好きにさせるものではない。全ては我々 BF 団と貴様ら国際警察機構とで決着をつけるものだ。違うか。
I mean, technically you are wrong. And now dead.
Yeah.
It's the element that your boss wanted this to happen, so it's just kind of like,
yeah. But he doesn't know that.
I know, it's the funny part.
Yeah.
Now he'll never know. I don't know, man. This thing is supposed to be so freaking big. I don't know if this would do anything.
I don't know.
やめてくれ。もう。大作。
Are we getting the he's still that little kid too sort of thing? Remember back on the mountain, I was like, why is he this way towards Daisaku all of a sudden?
Yeah.
なぜ邪魔をする。皆で寄ってたかって。あと少しで復讐が。 あと少しで父上の遺言が。あと少しで私の10年が報われるというのに。
そんなものもうどうでもいいじゃない。兄さん。お願い。今ならまだやり直しは効くわ。だからもうやめて。兄さん。
ファルメール。おお。やはり第三のサンプルを持ってきてくれたのか。そうだ。それさえあればまだ間に合う。 さあ、
いやよ。
どうした。早く渡すんだ。
I would have thought at this point he would just fucking grabbed it. Yeah.
3本揃えばまたバシタールの惨劇を起こせるんだ。お前もそのためにここに来たんだろう。ファルメール、よく考える。父上の悲願が達成できるんだぞ。
いえ、兄さん。私は。
えい、うるさい。
And she's fading away. Like you said, it's a Gurren Lagann ending.
こんなものがあるから。
何をする。
そうよ。こんなものは10年前になくなってしまえばよかったんだわ。
やめろ。
I was going to say, who just got shot and who shot who? He didn't have a gun in his hand. When? When did he pull a gun?
Yeah.
To be fair, she was disappearing. It's not like you killed somebody who wasn't about to die.
そう
And it's like a moment of insanity from his part, but
お前が悪いんだ。これさえ素直に渡せば、父上の言葉を信じていれば。
also, can we just like address for a moment the element that we could have destroyed it from episode 1? We've had it since episode 1.
あのアーバー A を静馬を葬り去れ。思い残すこともない。だがこれで3本揃って。
It's gonna be a trick. It's not the real sample.
見ていろ。これで何もかも終わりにしてやる。
Maybe I'm wrong. That was the real sample. They just fucking did it. Conversely, 13 minutes left. Not enough time for Daisaku to have woken up from the car crash. And all this to have been a dream. Sorry, is Mega Man low on power? What's... What'd I tell you? He misinterpreted his dad's dream.
Yeah.
In fact, they're even better than before.
何がどうなっている。
PF 団極点支部、なんとか最小限の犠牲で間もなく基地の再起動を行います。こちらペンタゴン地下900メートル。モグラメカ不調のため地上へ脱出します。こちら月面基地。
The Pentagon.
The lunar base. The lunar base would have been fucked. We got no life support. Getting real cold. Wow, lessons. It's the father, and then the son,
Yeah.
and now we have a
And
holy ghost.
Holy Ghost, yeah.
It's a fucking trinity, too. The Shizuma drives are literally being changed into 3 in 1.
Yeah.
彼らの理論では見つけ出すことができない特殊分子を発散させる性質を持っていたんだ。しかもそれは10年もの年月を得れば大気中である一定の量に達し突如結合性質を持ち
Okay. So Shizuma would have killed the Earth anyway.
Yeah.
リサイクルすればリサイクルするほど地球は危険に陥る。だが今なら間に合う。
Oh yeah, because what he pulled out wasn't completely, it worked, but it wasn't what, the ultimate form.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is what we covered before when Shizuma was
Yeah.
begging for forgiveness.
Mhm.
No, do begrudge them. They destroyed an entire fucking country.
Well, he killed them all, so I don't think he did begrudge them.
Well, no, not him. His son did.
I mean, yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about.
No, I'm just saying that Shizuma's guilty for everything.
Yeah.
He destroyed Bashtarl. He put this thing into play that was going to kill the entire world. Look, nuclear energy is bad, but it wasn't this bad.
Yeah, my sister who's disappearing that I shot dead.
I mean, she was already
Oops.
disappearing.
頼む静馬博士を止めろ父さんしっかり父さん
Yeah, just completely misinterpreted. Stop, Shizuma.
止めろなんてことだ
You had another bullet left in that gun? So I don't know where you go from here.
静馬ドライブを正常なものに直したくてなのに僕は何をしていたんだ一体何を僕のこの10年は何だったんだ
Kind of funny, in retrospect, that Ginri was about to destroy it.
なぜ一言でちゃんと言い残してくれなかったのですかこんな恐ろしいものを僕に渡しておいてどうしろって言うんだよ
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he should have written it down, not
Yeah.
leaving it to his last words to be misinterpreted. Again, if Ginri had destroyed it, the world would be dead in a couple of years.
そうだろうこんな恐ろしい遺産を父親に勝手に手渡されどうする貴様ならどうするつもりだ答えろジャイアントロボいや草間大佐が
Sorry, should we all just die?
ゲンヤメ大階級をテレポートで宇宙へ放り上げおったか
Oh, okay.
手間のかかった割にはお粗末な結果だった
So did Big Fire know this was coming?
何
He's the master of trickery. What? What's confusing about this?
突破は簡単ハンズイがそう言わなかったかな
孔明まさに作詞作に溺れるといったところか
Well, that was the eye thing then.
ことだろうと思ったぞ
Meaning that she had to stand there and watch her dad die.
ファイヤー様のお姿までを愚弄したこの失態貴様どう責任を取るつもりだ答えんか孔明
何がおかしい失敗などととんでもありません
貴様この場に及んでまだ
よーくお聞きなさいこの作戦こそ我ら BF 団の悲願 GR 計画の第一歩なのです
Unlimited power?
GR 計画まさか
さようそのカウントダウンがついに始まったのです
Okay.
Also, someone want to explain where we're at right now? Because I can't breathe. You know?
What is that operation? We don't
Well,
know.
GR, Giant Robo, obviously.
Mm.
いつの時も同じことの繰り返しだそう
I have to believe that this isn't the entirety of the story. Like, this is the setup for, hey, read the next thing that we wrote.
Yeah.
長官よろしければ私にお暇をいただけないでしょうかこうなった今静馬をより素晴らしいものにすることがあの惨劇をただ一人生き残った者としての役目だと北京支部も寂しくなるな郷先生また泣いてるのかねとんでもありません私はとても嬉しいのですなぜなら今度こそ幻ではなく誰もが望む美しい夜を手にすることができる
Or did you not? I feel like we just perfected all the Shizuma drives on the Earth.
Yeah, but the big fire group is still out there. There's a lot of destruction that happened.
No, I'm talking about we might achieve the perfect night thing. Like, I think we just did.
I think they want world
And
peace.
he's also
not just...
talking. Well, yeah, I'm not talking about the big fire stuff though. He's talking about perfecting the Sejuma drives even more and whatnot. I'm saying like all of that. I think we just did that.
I think it stopped the what would have happened, but I don't think it perfected it.
地球の静止作戦は終わりを遂げた
Mission success? I mean, we achieved what Vogler wanted to happen.
しかしこの日こそ後にバベルの籠城と呼ばれる BF 団と
Actual big fire.
との最終決戦の始まりだということをまだ誰も知る由はなかった
Is he a clone of Daisaku?
Don't think so.
だが
They don't look the same.
炎の中にも史上最強のロボを操る少年の姿があるだろうその名は草間大作
Because my thing is that Giant Robo isn't that important. We've been shown people with powers comparable or stronger than Giant Robo. And he's a bit unwieldy. Not for nothing, he's a nuclear reactor.
No.
Oh, now we're about to get like a clue ending. What if this had happened instead? Okay, the battle still continues, but not in this animation.
No. Or any future animation. I don't know if there is actually more animation of Giant
No,
Robo.
there's not. Like I said, there's the Ginri side story jokey stuff, but I don't even know if that's like the same level. That might just be like normal anime stuff.
Yeah. Or manga. It might be just manga.
Well, no, that's what I was saying before. This is just the introduction to, and then they did that thing, so obviously it is.
Yeah.
The introduction to, hey, read our continuing stories. This is just but one of our adventures that included everybody on the planet.
Well, overall, I think this was pretty good. I liked everything the twists were okay, I guess. You know, they were not fantastical, but they were solid, right?
I think
a series of misunderstanding.
The problem, I'm not going to say problem. I think the thing is, there's a lot in here that you can hem and haw and question that it's not the core of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The core of it is Genya, Ginri, Daisuke, Vogler, and Professor Go. I guess Shizuma as well. The drive system is doing this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem you don't know about.
Yeah.
Shizuma knows about it, never gets to reveal it because he dies before that happens. The hidden backstory. Vogler's revenge is not even revenge. Vogler wants to cure the thing because he believes in his kids, and he wants a world for his kids. He doesn't want to sacrifice his kids for something.
Mm-hmm.
And
although they end up being sacrificed,
that's I mean, arguably, Genya doesn't get sacrificed. Genya sacrifices himself. He doesn't. He does a whole thing by mistake. Oh.
地球がまた動き出している。よかった。本当によかった。
Okay.
This movie is dedicated to fathers and sons everywhere. So I did read that through because it was being covered by the thing. So yeah, I mean, that's the main core of it. Like, you could extract that and have a very succinct, maybe hour OVA.
A movie, basically.
I'm never actually sure what the difference is there. I've been doing a number of my random OVA wheel recordings. Some of them aren't listed as movies. Some of them are.
Yeah. Overall, I liked it. I like the style. I like the characters. You know, it's the characters really grab you when some of the characters die. You're like, God damn it! You know, there's characters that die.
Sorry, just to clarify, I wasn't saying that that's all you need is to take that stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm getting at is that I would say there's like 3 degrees, right? You have your main stuff. That's that stuff I was just talking about. Then you have your tangentially important to the character development stuff. I can't. Hold on. Let me just open the board again because I keep forgetting people's names. Say Alberto is very important to character development. Ivan is very important to character development. Tasio and Tetsuya are very important to character development. Their development as themselves, their development as they relate to the other people, very important to the development of the characters of the story. I also have Professor Go, obviously. Then there's everyone else, which is the third degree. How important was anyone that I didn't already list to the story?
Well, they came as clutch characters at the end, basically, or the last episode or so. So
Right. But would anything have? I guess also Shizuma, obviously. No, I've included Shizuma in the main part. Obviously Ginri is part of the main part too. But I mean, without them, could you tell the same story?
I mean, I think they're more. They give you that big, because there's a lot of big fights, especially in this.
Oh
story.
yeah,
Like, it has all
the
these,
element of
very big magical fights.
Would Endgame
Yeah.
still have been a as big of a scene?
Yeah.
If you reduce the quality of quantity rather of numbers down.
Yeah. I think that's what they're there for, and they might be more important than the manga and the original story as well. Right?
Oh yeah, no, sure. There's definitely never going to be for us to tell because we had never read the manga. I'm just saying that the 3 tiers of characters you have to tell the story with, that without everybody else, you could make a compelling. I mean, I would definitely still want to watch tier 1 characters in their own thing, and I just don't mean like the continuing adventures of. If we were to say, this guy's trying to get revenge for his father because he misunderstands his father's dying words, and these are the characters that are trying to fight him for the sake of that, with none of the other tier 2, tier 3 characters. Great, fine. I think you still could tell a very good story.
Yeah.
Include the tier 2 characters, you make the story even better. Because again, the whole, I've always been like kind of a nuisance to my older brother who's adopted me actually. And then my dad was the first person that I killed. He adds the whole dad motif that Daisuke and Genya and Ginri are all about.
Ginri, yeah.
Alberto, himself a father, by the way. We have to include Sonny the Magician, I guess, only for the element that to include the act that Alberto is a father to continue the motif. By the way, forced. I mean, kind of forced in there because of the last thing written. This is dedicated to all the,
Yeah, fathers and sons, yeah.
But I mean, I enjoy that element. But there are certainly a whole hell of a lot of characters in this that are only there, I have to assume, because they're characters in the manga.
Yeah.
Maybe they are important characters in the manga. I would never know. But the element is, I don't think we didn't really need them. I don't feel like.
No. Yeah. I think they just they maintain the sort of epic scale, epic fights here. It's a whole planet. Like everything is big, right? Giant robots, giant, hundreds of people fighting. These big magical technological things people are doing. Teleportation, 1,000 arrows. Literally a forest of arrows, right? It's sort of like it's the big spectacle, right? That's what they're there for the big spectacle. Because if you kill all the characters that were doing that, now you'd have to rely on these backup characters to keep up the big spectacle, right? You created the expectation you're going to have these fights and these, big things going on, right?
I don't know what the fuck was going on with the immortal guy. They wanted Ginri to bring the thing there, so why was there a giant force field that would block her from getting it there? So that immortal guy has to die for it. It was like, this is just a scene to give the immortal guy one last thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I have to go watch it again and see if.
I mean, I am going to watch it one more time. Although, those of you out there who don't know, I watched the commentary that's been given on every other episode. So 1, 3, and 5 so far. So I will be watching the commentary for this. However, that is only available on Patreon. So
yes,
I'm avoiding having to do whatever copyright protection thing would be on YouTube for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the voice actors in episode 1, I had the animators in episode 3, and then I had some of the sound production people in episode 5. Don't know what's going to come here.
7,
I'm hoping we get the voice actors again, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Or the writers, or the director.
Yeah, it could be those. Sorry, ranking them, it's been a downhill slope. The voice actors were the voice actor for Ginri and the voice actor for Daisaku, I believe it was. Great. They were great. They were personalities. They were fun. They were enjoyable. They were high energy the entire way through, and they talked about what was going on screen. Like, sometimes they had little insights about other voice actors or the notes that they got about reading, but after that, it was the animators, and the animators were just us, you and me.
Yeah.
When it goes past New York and the Twin Towers are there, and I made my little reference, and then I went back and watched them, and then the things going past the Twin Towers, and they make the same reference. They talked about Star Trek. It's like, it was just fucking us. And then the sound production guys were just the worst. And I don't mean like they were bad. Well, they were bad. We talked about the same 4 points over and over again. And as I said, it's just a bad idea because they're going to be talking over the thing that they need you to hear. So it's just like, yeah, okay, I get what you're going for here, but you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I just want the voice actors back.
So yeah, this was a good series, good retro feel to it. Story solid. You might say, well, they could have done that in the beginning and solved all these problems. But the idea is that sort of this discovery of the mystery. The mystery was handled fairly well, not spectacularly.
It was handled fairly well. We didn't guess the entire time.
Yeah.
And I mean, also right there at the end, you're like, they could have done this at the beginning. I was saying that because it seemed like it was doing the bad thing that we thought was supposed to happen. So the element that they had this thing from the very get-go and could have smashed it at any point. And then you find out if they had smashed it, they would have just...
all dead.
Yeah,
died,
all of humanity. Yeah, again, the element that, again, you just fucking misheard everything. Which is it's a great motivation for a character. You don't get that very often.
Yeah.
I'm going to destroy all of humanity. Oh, fuck, I saved humanity.
No, he did what his dad wanted to do.
Yeah, he saved humanity.
Yeah.
He thought he was getting revenge for his father, which, point in fact, he was trying to get revenge for his father because his father was done wrong.
Yeah.
It's just the element that his father didn't care about that. He wanted a better world. Which, I mean, it's great. It's great motivation. I love mistakes. And that dude just made mistakes all over the place and saved everyone, except for the people that he killed.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did save more people than he killed. Possibly. Ooh. The element is that the last time this happened, 3/4 of the world population died?
Something like that.
Which is still less than the total population of every person who will ever live in the future. And unfortunately, there was also something else I wanted to bring up here that I felt was going to be really important for Giant Robo, and I knew I was going to have you take your headset off or something for it, but now I can't remember what it is. You know me. I told you before, I got to interrupt you 2 or 3 sentences into one of your notes because I know I'm going to forget what it is. We just sat through an hour. There's no way I'm going to remember what I was thinking about before we started.
Overall, I think this was pretty solid. I wonder people who were fans of this waiting months and even years between releases. And I mean, yeah.
Gundam The Origin, this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gundam The Origin, a year. That's why Gundam The Origin starts off with a 10-15 minute recap. Hey, you remember what you were doing last year? Here's what we were doing last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's a modern fan base that knows exactly what these people went through.
Mm-hmm. And to think I've heard about Giant Robo. I've heard about Iron Man, Iron Temptation 29, I think is how it's called in Japanese. Translated to Iron Man. And although the earliest shows, but yeah, never seen anything by Giant Robo.
Ironically, I think I've only stumbled across it before. Didn't look at it at all. Just looking up The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the same title, so yeah.
Well, it's tagline to this.
Mm-hmm.
So, if there's any rises or falls or wanes in popularity of a thing, this has always the chance to rise to the surface.
I mean, that movie had a giant robot, an environmental threat.
Sorry, not Gordon. Nort.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Gordon.
So it is Gordon, yeah.
For some reason, I remember there being an N in the name.
Well, that would be Gorn.
No, G-N-O-R-T for some reason.
Gorn. No. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot all throughout. Solid 7 episodes. Can't complain.
Nort is a Green Lantern. That is something else.
Yeah. Yep. I can't complain. So gets my stamp of approval, certainly.
I mean, I would almost say that it's timeless.
Yeah.
The animation style is retro, but so good to be modern. The music fits. It's not like of a style of music that is like of a generation. It is just normal ass music that you can find on a 70s anime, an 80s anime, 90s anime, modern anime.
Yeah. It very much reminds me also of Pluto, which is also retro anime, based on another old, well,
That's the thing I was going to bring up.
yeah.
The element of the changed world or whatever, that this might just be some one arc of a story. At some point, Astro Boy just does go to space and lives in space on like a space colony. So it's like you can just change your whole perspective on everything.
Yeah. So it has, well, a lot of adventures. I mean, he does a lot of things.
Yeah. No, I just meant that from the perspective of, hey, they've done this thing to the entirety of the world. It's going to change everything from now on. You couldn't really
Actually,
do
the
that in a
story
story,
very
and it's
much
like you could.
is the whole father-son thing also is very much from Pluto as well. Remember, it's like, oh, this guy wants to destroy the world. Well, no, really, what he wanted was to save it, and it was someone else who was trying to destroy the world.
I mean, that's
and,
baked in for Astro Boy though, because that's from episode 1. Astro Boy's relationship to his father, and then if you even get into we're talking about the Pluto arc because we're talking about Pluto, but the relationship between every robot and their owner. I don't know what the word I use here is.
Creator.
No, because they're not all creators. Remember the musician guy? Because the other robot came back from the war and he's like, I can't get these thoughts out of my head. He's not the creator. He's technically not even the owner. He's like loaned out to the. So I don't know, like.
Yeah.
But some of them are
also,
fathers. Some of them are fathers. Like the first one to die. The guy from the Alps, not the Alps, the mountains of some European country.
It was Mount something.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc. Yeah.
Right. That's all it takes is a little hint to get me there.
Also, I saw a different version of Epsilon and a different version and Astro Boy, and Epsilon was a little girl, not the Canadian.
I think you might be. Here's the thing. I don't know what version you're talking about. I watched the original, as you know. I watched the original 2-episode arc untranslated, so I had no fucking idea what I'm watching. Because you're not thinking about the sister, right?
No. It's literally they call her Epsilon. Yeah. So yeah, it's another version. It's I think in the early 2000s.
Because I think even in the original version, I think looked a lot like the Pluto version. That Epsilon, which is the one who makes force fields, wasn't it? Yeah. Because again, remember my original version, I had no names. I had no idea who these characters were. I was getting just like I'm sitting here, I'm just guessing at what's going on. Thankfully, I automatically knew Pluto. Well, because I watched the first episode. It's like, oh man, this is fucking dark for being so fucking cartoony. Because it feels like watching a Popeye cartoon, but just with like, oh, then a child died, and then boop, 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 boop. They're in a factory, like pigeons are going over their heads, like, it's like, wow. And then the kid couldn't eat food, and then the dad threw him out of the house and sold him to a circus. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Quick, plug the plug into my ass, which is also happens in the original first episode of Astro Boy. Like, what the hell is going on here? 200 episodes, you say? Only 100 episodes translated, you say?
So yeah, it really reminded me a lot of Pluto.
And of course the Holy Trinity.
Which was there were 3. There was always 3 canisters, so I guess that's
3 canisters, but then the 3 canisters do their thing, and they turn every other canister that only has 1 into 3 in 1, which is the Holy Trinity. Yeah. But then again, we also see there was a father, and then he has a son, and then the father becomes a Holy Ghost because he's dead.
Yeah.
It's just funny how superimposed that is on top of it. I mean, it's not even alluded to, I guess, but it's just the element is there, and it seems so obvious that you have to point it out.
Oh yeah, that was Giant Robo. The day the Earth stood still, the OVA, 7 episodes. Plus, we're gonna see an extra later on. So,
we're gonna see one part of a series of extras related to Ginri, which is apparently very, I don't remember, sexualized, but also jokey comedy stuff. To be fair, this was the episode where she has worn the most clothes. Although oddly, she did start taking it off when Marty McFly family disappeared. The photograph.
Yeah.
Where he's fucking up in the past and his family starts vanishing. she had that effect. Although I equated it more towards I want to say her name, but I keep forgetting her name from Gurren Lagann.
What's
Nina?
Yeah,
Was it
the one with the
Nina?
rifle. The one with the rifle. Yeah.
No, what? No, Nina.
I didn't watch Gurren Lagann, so
Well, don't want to spoil that. I certainly can't watch it with you, so I already watched it with Justin, and that was already awkward because I'd watched it myself like 700 times before I'd watched it with Justin. Oh, I love Gurren Lagann, but it's never going to be as emotionally on screen for me as it was then. So it makes it for an awkward reaction series because Justin didn't take it in the same way.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I guess that is it for this episode. Well, for me in Lessons, there's probably going to be some weird-ass cut on the Patreon side where then I comes back and Lessons turns into the inspector from Detective Conan because that's your away face. So yeah, for now and for always, I guess, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?